I chose the story of this film because one of the scenes came from a very vivid dream of mine. It was the last scene, if you were able to watch my film. It's when Clara eats her lola's cooking. I had that specific scene. I dreamt it one night, and then it moved me so much that I wanted to make a film out of it. So the reason why I did this, because I grew up with a very difficult relationship with my grandmother. So this was my ode to her, and for me to say na okay na tayo, na our relationship now, where we are, is okay. I chose the narrative format because it's the language I'm comfortable with. It's the easiest one for me to express myself. That's why I chose it. And at the same time, I wanted to capture that scene, the last scene, that specific dream of mine in its clearest and purest form as how I saw it. What my film memories are one of our greatest gifts as humans and as living beings. So I wanted to capture the concept of memories and how it shapes who we are now and who we will be later on in the future. It's because what happened in the past, all those things that we remember, it's what will reflect later on who we are now. It will reflect who we are now and who we will be later on. And I wanted to use the medium of food and oral communication because that's how the grandmother character and the granddaughter character spoke to each other. At first, they were cold and they weren't speaking to each other properly. But then as time went on, when the daughter learned how to open up herself despite of her problems, she was able to communicate with her grandmother, not just through speaking, but also through actions, and also acceptance of her grandmother's greatest gift, which is her cooking and her love. The aspect I gave a lot of focus on was mostly on script because I grew up more into writing. I admit myself a scriptwriter more than anything because that's how I like to express myself. It's with words. So as I was conceptualizing the story, I was already thinking of the lines, thinking of the set in my head and everything. So that's why I put a lot of effort into writing the script. It's where I put the longest time and effort. So when the script was made, everything else just flowed. I knew what kind of cinematography I wanted, what the production design would be, what the costume. I even had a specific face for the actors I wanted. It's because I got to know my characters well, the setting, the story, through the script. That's why I was able to execute everything visually on film. The biggest challenge I think that I encountered while creating this film, it's inspired by one of the quotes said by William Faulkner. It's kill your darlings, because at the end of the day, filmmaking is all about editing, editing, editing. So the script took me months to do because it had so many drafts. I had to keep editing. While pre-production, I had to edit some of the things in the script simply because it wouldn't fit into the budget, or we just couldn't find anything that fit into that look or that perspective. So you had to improvise. While I was at the shoot, I also had to edit some things because it was either the actress wasn't able to do it properly, or she wanted to do something else, or it was because of collaboration where the actors would suggest, oh, what if I do this? That's constantly editing. At the same time, when you're in post-production, how you see it in the first cut, you have to keep trimming it down, trimming it down. So for me, it was a hard process because it's such a personal story, so I had to let go of a lot of things. So parang, for me to let go of certain lines, certain scenes, it hurt a lot. But for it to work well in the film, you have to let go of certain elements that you fell in love with to achieve the story that you want to tell, not just clearly, but concisely. I think the best stories are the personal ones because it comes from the heart, and clearly it's what you can. Sometimes it can be difficult to say, especially if it comes from a very dark and deep place. But at the end of the day, if it's a story that moves people, that will be the best story that you can tell. And if there's a story that's not yours, but you want to say, then it's your responsibility to attach your own personal convictions into that story. So if you want to say a story about, tell a story or make a documentary about something that's so far from you, na kunwari, let's just say parang minority, hindi ka naman minority. It's about connecting yourself to that subject matter, about being close to that person, to that group of people, to that concept, to that idea. So you get familiar with it. So you get familiar with it, and you know how to express their side of the story. But at the same time, it goes into your own expression, into your own convictions and your own stand on things. And in terms of the filmmaking process, it's no matter how close you are to the story, to the concept, sometimes and oftentimes it's not going to go on the way you want it to. And hindi mo susunod lahat ng gusto mo. So at the end of the day, it's also about filmmaking. It's compromise, but at the same time, putting together what you want. It's creating what you want in the right circumstances. Na kahit even if you can't achieve the perfect shot, or if you can't achieve, or if you can't get the actor that you always wanted to get, it's about improvising and working with what you have and being innovative and resourceful. So yeah.
Uy, nandiyan na pala kayo. Tamang-tama dahil magluluto na ako. I have a treat for you today. Today's dish takes time, patience, and a very careful hand. Well, this dish will take you back in time. Something from your childhood, maybe. Flavors and textures that meld and marry together in a luscious mix. Usually eaten at family gatherings. This dish will bring everyone to the table. For today, magluluto tayo ng lengua. Bago tayo magluto, ihanda na muna natin ang ating mga rekado. 1 kilo ng dila ng baka, tomato sauce, tomato paste, a can of sliced mushrooms, green olives, sibuyas, at syempre, ang aking secret ingredient. Ay! Clara! Naku! Kanina ka pa dyan? Naku! Halika! Naku! Ang ganda! Halika! Halika!
Lola, pinapasabi po pala ni Mama na pasensya na hindi siya nakadaan. Ginabi na kasi sa paghiwalay ng gamit sa bahay eh. Nagmamadali nga pong pumunta ng airport kanina.
Wala yun. At saka sa linggo, hindi ba? Dadaan siya dito pag uwi niya. O manananghalian tayo. Saan nga siya nagpunta?
Sa Singapore po.
Oo.
May mga meetings po siya doon eh. Naabala ko pa kayo dito kasi ako pinatuloy ni Mama.
Naku. Minsan ko lang nga makasama apo ko eh. Hindi ko akalain na mangyayari ito sa mga magulang mo eh. Nakakalungkot nga eh. Talagang ganun. Kung minsan, alam mo, pasensya ka na ha. Halika. Ayan. Nagpatulong pa ako sa kapitbahay para alinisin at saka ayusin nito. Eh siguro, naalala mo pa yung banyo, no? Meron na dong shampoo at saka sabon. At saka mga tuwalya dito sa cabinet. Mabuti pa. Magpahinga ka na muna. Ha? Tatawagin na lang kita kung kakain na tayo.
Sige po.
O, sige. Ay! Ingatan mo nga pala itong mga pintuan dito sa bahay. Ha, alam mo na, luma na.
Opo.
Pag may kailangan ka pa, ha? Tawagin mo lang ako.
Before anything else, kailangan muna nating linisin ang dila ng baka na ating gagamitin sa pagluluto. So here, get a knife and begin to scrape. Malansa ito at may kakaibang lasa. So make sure na maaalis natin ang dumi sa dila ng baka.
Allergic po ako sa hipon eh.
Naku, pasensya ka na, hindi ko alam eh. Teka, ito oh. Ito, baka ito. Sarap yan, may bagoong. Kain na tayo. Alam mo, yung kare-kare, mahirap yan gawin nung araw. Matrabaho. Yung mga tito mo, Tito Bobby mo, at saka si Tita Laila mo, tinutulungan ako, kahit nung maliliit pa sila. Ay, nako, pero ngayon iba na. Kasi, nagsipag-migrate na yung mga tito-tita mo. At saka, matandaan na rin ako eh. Wala na rin akong katulong. At saka, kaya ginagamit ko dyan, na lang, yung peanut butter.
Kaso hindi rin po ako kumakain yan eh.
Ang dami mo naman palang hindi kinakain. Oh, kumuha ka nito, oh. Dagdagan mo yung laman ng katawan mo. Sige na. Teka, ano palang gusto mong gawin ngayong hapon? Pwede tayong gumawa ng merienda, tulungan mo ako.
Magpapaalam po sana ako sa inyo, Lola.
Para saan?
Lalabas po ako kasama ng kaibigan ko. Taga rito lang din.
Saan kayo pupunta?
Hindi ko pa po alam eh, pero hindi naman kami lalayo.
Dapat 3 round. Ito na yata. Ito na.
Wait, tigil na. Sorry.
Malalagpas ka pa eh. Umayos ka nga, la.
Bata ko! Kayo umayos. Bawal magmura dito, maririnig kayo ng lola ko.
Sorry.
Next time ulit
Sige na.
Bye.
Sige
Bye,
na,
girl.
pakyo.
1 round na lang.
Hindi na, pagod na ako. Sige na.
Pagod talaga?
Oo!
No.
Sige na.
Bye.
Ingat.
Clara? Kararating mo lang? Nakakain ka na ba?
Okay lang po ako, Lola.
Clara? Uminom ka ba?
Wala po yun. Napadpad lang ako sa mabahong lugar.
Clara, alam
Mauna
mo.
na po ako. Pasensya na po. Nagising ko kayo.
Clara? Clara, ganito ka ba talaga kung umuwi sa inyo? Nagpapaumaga.
Gimmick lang yun, Lola.
Clara, alam ko na ngayon, meron kang pinagdadaanan.
Wala po akong
At alam kong masakit yon at gusto mo lang makalimot.
Wala pong masakit.
Kaya lang, wag ganito.
Ano bang alam mo?
Clara! Clara?
The next step takes the longest. Ibababad na natin ang dila ng baka sa tubig at pakukuluan. Kapag kumulo na, turn down the heat to a slow and steady simmer. Hayaan lamang itong maluto hanggang sa maging oh so tender.
Clara? Bakit ang ingay mo dyan? Ano nangyayari?
Di pa ako makalabas ng kwarto.
Ha? O, ayan, hilain mo.
Ayaw nga po.
Maghintay ka, ha? Tatawag lang ako ng tulong, ha? Sandali.
Lola!
Babalik din ako.
Lola!
Ngayon, kapag malambot na ang dila, pwede na natin itong hanguin mula sa kanyang pinagkuluan. At hindi natin itatapon yung tubig na pinagpakuluan dahil gagamitin natin to para sa sarsa.
Maghintay ka lang, Clara. At darating na yon.
Kanina niyo pa sinasabi yan eh. Alam niyo naman palang sira, hindi niyo pa pinaayos. Di sana hindi nangyari to.
Hindi talaga mangyayari ito kung hindi ka nagdabog. Kasi naman, sinabi ko na naman sa iyo, di ba? Mga pintuan dito sa bahay, dahan-dahan pagsara. Dahil nga, luma na. Nanay mo, mahilig ding magdabog. Nagdabog ba siya nung sinabi ng tatay mo na gusto niyang humiwalay?
Wala ako dun eh. Pag uwi ko, pinagluto niya ako ng adobo. Pagkain ko, parang nawala na ako ng panlasa. Hindi masarap. Yun. So, tsaka siya umiyak.
Galit ka ba sa kanila?
Medyo.
Palalamigin muna natin ang dila ng baka at kapag hindi na siya gaanong mainit, babalatan natin ito. So makikita niyo yung mas makinis na part ng dila. At pag natapos na nating balatan ang dila ng baka, ilalagay muna natin siya sa freezer. This allows the meat to firm up.
Naku, salamat naman. Nakalabas ka na. Mabuti na lang. Dodong, salamat ha. Ay, halika. Kumain ka muna. Merienda tayo. Halika.
Ngayon naman, hihiwain na natin ang ating lengua into thin slices. See how big a difference cooling and refrigerating the meat makes. Kung minsan talaga, dapat palamigin mo muna ang isang bagay bago hawakan.
Tapos na po akong kumain. Kailangan niyo pong tulong.
Ay, oo, halika. Ito, gawin mo to. Yan, itong mushrooms, slice mo lang sa 3. Yan. Ito, ha?
Eh, yung maliliit po. Hindi na.
Oo, pwede 2 slice lang.
Ano po yung niluluto niyo?
Ito, yung pananghalian mo.
Ano laki naman yun?
Lengua.
Ngayon naman ay gagawin na natin ang sarsa. Pakulaan ulit ang tubig na pinagbabaran. Yan. At hiwain na natin ang sibuyas. Some people don't like handling onions. Kasi nga nakakaiyak. Pero ako, personally, I like cutting up raw onions.
Ayan, kunin mo yung laman.
Basta po ako, may kailangan po kayong tulong.
Ay, naku, oo. Wala pa pala tayong puto para sa dinuguan. Buti pa, bumili ka dyan sa tapat kina Teresa. Ha? May pera ako dyan sa sala. Kunin mo na.
Let it simmer for a few minutes at saka natin ilalagay ang aking secret ingredient. Ito, beef cube na may espesyal na laman. Lahat ng sikreto, ala-ala, hinanakit, chismis, lahat nandito. Ito ang paborito ko. Arrange thin slices of tongue. Pour in the sauce. Yes. Then spread the mushrooms and olives on top. Nakakapagod din talaga ang magluto, di ba? Imagine, ang oras ng paghahanda, paglilinis, at pagpapalambot ng pinakamatigas na karne. Ganito dapat lalabas ang tunay na lasa ng luto mo. Pero kahit gaano man kaingat ang panlasa mo, kung hindi mo naman iingatan at aalagaan ang nasa harap mo, hindi rin ito sasarap. Ladies and gentlemen, our delicious lengua. Halika, tikman na natin.